Hello, my little nuggets. Today, we're going to read The Lazy Princess. This is part of the fairy tales series. And remember, if you show this video to a friend, you both get a wish. Yes, you heard that right, a lazy princess. Oh, she loved to do nothing all day. Every morning she would ask the princess, "My dear, are you doing something today?" But every morning the princess would reply, "No, Mama, I don't feel like doing anything." The queen would sigh and shake her head. She really didn't know what to do. She would lie around on her bed and dream about handsome princes and exciting adventures. One day, the queen came into the princess's room and saw the book lying on the floor. "Your Majesty, the princess is coming downstairs. She says she wants to see you." The queen wiped away her tears and went to see her daughter. Next to it, she found a note. It said, "Dear Mama, I don't want to be a lazy princess anymore. I'm going to start acting like Princess Penelope from the book." "Well," said the princess, "reading about Princess Penelope's exciting adventures really inspired me." He was very lonely, and when he saw how kind and caring the princess was, he instantly liked her. They got married and the princess became the queen of the neighboring kingdom. Not only was she kind and smart, but also funny and beautiful. So the king and his children loved her very much. She was going to return it to her mother because now she didn't need its help anymore. When she opened the book, she found another note. It said, "Dear lazy princess, I hope you enjoyed our story. If you want more excitement, come to the enchanted forest on the night of the full moon, and we'll continue our tale." The princess smiled. Oh, yes, she remembered writing this note. She wanted to trick her younger self into reading the book, and it worked. "I don't want to be a lazy princess anymore." She would often look at the empty bed and sigh. One day, however, a messenger arrived. She couldn't believe how much fun she had. Now she was no longer the lazy princess. She was the bravest, kindest, and most beautiful queen in the whole wide world. "I haven't danced at a royal ball in such a long time." The queen laughed. "And I can't wait to see how everyone is doing." And they both went to prepare for the ball. He held a scroll in his hands, and when the queen opened it, she began to smile. It was an invitation to a royal ball in the neighboring kingdom. The lazy princess had become the queen, and she and her husband wanted their parents to attend the celebration. "I'm going to make you proud, Mama. Just wait and see." And with that, the princess hurried out of the room. "First, I will help the poor and feed the hungry animals. Then I will go on an exciting adventure and find a handsome prince who will love me for who I am, not for what I have. Love, your princess." And suddenly, a beautiful white horse appeared under her window. "Would you like to go on an adventure, princess?" asked a beautiful woman riding the horse. "Yes," replied the princess. "I would love that." And together they rode into the night. She didn't just sit around waiting for a handsome prince to sweep her off her feet. No, no, no. She went on an exciting adventure through the enchanted forest. There she met a talking tree who told her that the neighboring kingdom needed a new queen. The princess thought this could be her big chance to help someone in need. And since the neighboring king was a widower with 2 young children, the princess decided to try and become his wife. As soon as she sat down on the throne, she began complaining about her lazy daughter. "I don't know what to do with her," said the queen. Instead, she wore a beautiful flowing dress, and instead of sitting on her bed, she stood next to the window, smiling at her mother. "Good morning, Mama. Are you busy?" she asked. Her daughter, the lazy princess, wanted to change. The queen smiled and shook her head. She was so proud of her. She won't learn how to cook or clean, and she won't learn how to be a good little princess, honestly. Sometimes I think she just doesn't want to be a princess at all. But those were just dreams. In reality, she never did anything. She wouldn't even get out of bed to open the window curtains. "A maid is for that," she'd say. Well, actually, it's more like a dare. But still, let's begin. Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there was a lazy princess. Now, this princess had a mother, the queen, and she was very worried about her daughter. One day, the queen went to visit her sister, the queen of a neighboring kingdom. And when the queen returned home, she gave the lazy princess a beautiful book called The Adventures of Princess Penelope. The story was about a kind, smart, and brave princess who lived in a faraway kingdom and always helped those in need. The lazy princess read the first page and immediately fell asleep. The other queen smiled. "Oh, sister, I know exactly what to do with your lazy princess. My little Amy loves nothing more than to read adventure books. So why don't you get your daughter an exciting story? That will surely motivate her to become a better princess." "That's a great idea," said the queen. "Thank you so much, sister. You're the best." This happened every day. The princess would pick up the book and fall asleep before she even finished the first chapter. The queen burst into tears. Was this really her daughter? She couldn't believe it. Right then, a servant hurried into the room. And oh, my nuggets, how surprised she was. The princess wasn't wearing her usual nightgown and slippers. But, the queen stammered, "You never get up this early." Oh, my nuggets. The queen couldn't believe her eyes. And let me tell you, the princess kept her promise. She went to the castle and introduced herself to the king. Meanwhile, back in the first kingdom, the lazy princess's mother missed her dearly. When the queen told her jester about the letter, he put on his best clothes and said, "I will definitely go." At the same time, the lazy princess went to her old room and took the book, The Adventures of Princess Penelope. The princess went to the window and looked up at the sky. It was a full moon tonight. As soon as the sun rose the next morning, the princess returned home. The end.